Hey guys, Maka here bringing you another Nintendo Box video, and today I have a video with Benny or Zeshix, and it's another discussion with him, and there might be a few of these on the channel. It's really awesome, really interesting guy, so if you check out his channel that would be great. And today's video is actually about the next 3D Mario game, which we don't know what it's going to be. It could be anything. They do bring innovation to this series. Even though there's a lot of installments, they definitely all have their own kind of elements to bring to the series. So, what are your thoughts on what it could be, Benny? What you'd want?
Okay. One thing I have to say at first is that there are a lot of people that want Super Mario Sunshine 2. Like,
I am one.
yeah. And one game people seem to forget is the original 3D Mario, Super Mario 64. In my opinion, there is so much potential there. That's like game genre almost. Like, we never even got close to the perfection that was Super Mario 64 in terms of like what you can do. I mean, you could punch, you could kick, the level design was awesome, and Super Mario Sunshine, in my opinion, came close to the open world of Super Mario 64, but like I think a true sequel to that game would be freaking amazing.
Yeah, true. What would you call it, though?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I mean it would be so crazy good because you could even have the whole castle, but instead of having the old pictures there and the old levels, you could just like have the exact same like rooms and stuff, but only change the pictures. So that way you could have different levels, different worlds and stuff, and you could even make them bigger because of the power of the Wii U. I have no idea what you want to call like what you call that new Mario game, but hey, it's just an idea I had.
Exactly. That would be so cool. You could even expand the castle, or
Yeah,
go for the bonus levels. I can't even imagine how cool those bonus levels will be, because they'll inevitably be, once you finish the games, a string of bonus levels, as there are in most 3D Marios nowadays, and they would be really cool. You could go down to some extra little area that was never in Super Mario 64, just like an
and
extra little bit, and that just seems awesome.
yeah, like imagine it would be just so cool to go back to that castle. Like it would be so nostalgic. I think like it would sell immediately 1 million Wii U's if that got announced. I'm pretty
If,
sure about that.
especially if you market it as the successor to Super Mario 64.
Yeah, like
Yeah. They'd definitely be missing a trick if they didn't do that. Because if Nintendo have one thing, then it's nostalgia. Because they ruled for a while, so they've got a lot of hold on the the nostalgic feelings of gamers all worldwide.
yeah. I mean, it would be just such an easy, like not cash grab, but like millions of people would like they would freak out over that kind of stuff. It would be amazing to go back
It
to that castle.
It would be awesome. But as you were saying, a lot of people do want Super Mario Sunshine 2,
Yeah,
and I'm definitely one of those. It's a game that I grew up playing, and it's a game that, when I played it, I didn't know what a glitch was, so I wasn't affected by the glitches that people say in Super Mario Sunshine 2, because I just thought it was part of the game. So I don't know whether or not I came across that, and recently I have rebought a GameCube, and I have been starting playing Super Mario Sunshine again, and it is still a great game, and I don't understand why it took so much stick, apart from that it's hard to come up after Super Mario 64, because that is a near perfect game.
yeah. I mean, I think like some people even they don't even consider Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, excuse me, to be like a real Mario game, a real 3D Mario game, a real successor.
Yeah,
They always say, "Oh my God, Galaxy is the true sequel to Super Mario 64," and I'm like, no.
it's
If
nowhere near.
yeah, like it doesn't even have the open areas. It might be like a successor in terms of innovation, but not like in terms of gameplay or stuff. I don't even know where those people are coming from. Like
No.
the open field exploration kind of stuff was definitely in Super Mario Sunshine. I felt that, and I loved that game as well. It was one of my favorites.
Yeah, they definitely, during Galaxy, they definitely honed it in a bit more, didn't they? It was a lot more concentrated, smaller areas, and it was, well, it had to be smaller areas because it was all about the little planets, wasn't it? The little planets that made me feel sick whenever I played the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Galaxy, but hey.
I'm probably in the few that never really got into Galaxy. It's a good game and it's innovative, I can tell that. I can kind of respect a game for when it's good, but it's just something that I never got into particularly. So I don't particularly want a Super Mario Galaxy 3. I would rather go for Sunshine 2 or Super Mario 65.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But that's not even considering what's probably going to happen, which is a brand new direction for the Mario 3D series. And that is probably what's going to happen. Have you got any ideas for what that could be and what kind of elements they could concentrate on? Because I do not have a clue, personally. I'm kind of counting on you here, Benny.
Yeah. Like, honestly, a lot of people want to have Super Mario Galaxy 3, which I cannot understand. Like, we had 2 Galaxy games in a row. Why would you ever want to have a third one?
And weren't they practically the same game? It was just like an expansion on the first.
Yeah. Like,
with more Yoshi.
that doesn't make any sense to me. I have no idea. I think, like, as a gaming community, I think we think that the 3D Mario games have done everything there is to do. Like,
Yeah,
I think that's a general opinion. But as always, I think Nintendo can blow our minds with the next installment.
They've done it before, they'll do it again.
Yeah.
They can think of things that just people would never have been able to think of. If you think that you've got what Nintendo are going to do next, then you are just about as far away as you can possibly be from what they're actually going to do next.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
And to be honest, I just really can't think of what they would do next with it. But I know that for sure it would be cool. And if we've had... Oh no. Well, never mind. I was going to say if we've got one that's based on space, we could have one that's kind of opposite and based on water. But then that's Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, we could have something that is based on time. Oh. Then we would have space and time. Oh my god.
Super Mario Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Just throwing around the ideas.
A Mario game based on fire.
Then we would just have the fire levels.
Constant fire levels.
Yeah. A true horror. But yeah. I don't know. It will be interesting. I think we're gonna see more about the 3D Mario game maybe next year, because this year they had their big Mario break.
Which was just so necessary. That was definitely necessary. Because people were definitely starting to cling on to this opinion, which was probably right, to be honest. And, well, personally, I think it's probably right that Nintendo were just clinging on to Mario as their just cash grab, effectively. And games like the new Super Mario Bros. Series weren't innovative at all. And the first one was very cool. It was bringing it back to its roots. It was a good game. But then even for New Super Mario Bros. Wii, it was getting old, it was getting stale. Never mind 2 installations on with New Super Mario Bros. U, which is a game that I like, but for no other reason than it was the first HD Mario game.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I like it, because it looks pretty.
They need an innovation that the Galaxy games had in a 2D Mario game. Like, that would be freaking amazing if they, like, pulled something like that off. I don't know, the 2D Mario games definitely need some kind of revival of the 2D Mario franchise.
They really do.
But yeah.
Because personally, I've bought Rayman Legends recently, And
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of that decision was you, by the way, so thank you very much.
Oh, no
Because I
problem.
watched your video on what Wii U games are your favourite, and that was pretty high up there, and I'd not got it I'd not got it previously, so I gave it a go. And if you put Rayman Legends and New Super Mario Bros. U side to side, Rayman Legends trumps it on pretty much every level, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is like freaking crazy how many ideas there are in that small game. It is fantastic.
It's pretty brilliant, although I would argue that that game isn't small, because have you finished that game and got to the credits where you can kind of smack through all the names?
Oh yeah.
That goes on for a good hour, it seemed.
Yeah, it was almost like punishing the player for playing through your game. Like, what the hell?
Me and my friend finished it yesterday, and we got to the end, and then we were like, yeah, this is a really awesome way to finish it and get some lums at the end so that we can just do something while the credits are rolling. Cue us 10 minutes later. How
Yeah.
much longer?
But after like watching it once, you can skip it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the first time is really painful.
But I think that definitely the 2D Mario series needs innovation, but that will be far harder to do than the 3D Mario series, because
Yeah.
the 3D Mario series, obviously on 3D planes, there's a lot more that you can do.
Hmm. Like 2D Mario games are supposed to be that, like overcoming the challenge, like overcoming the level, getting to the flagpole at the end. While
Yeah.
3D Marios, I feel like they want to encourage you to explore, even though that got kinda lost in recent years with the Galaxy games, for example.
Yeah. It's tough to have an explorative game that the levels are timed in.
Yeah.
Because you want to explore, because definitely in worlds like in 64 and Sunshine, there were definitely worlds that just enticed you to explore, and they were worlds that were really interesting, but you couldn't all that much in a Mario game because it's all timed, so you're kind of limited to have to go back and take one of your lives away just so you can solely explore on that level, or you can only explore a little bit. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a contrast between Mario and exploration. It kind of doesn't work. They seem to go head to head as concepts.
Yeah. I mean, also like in some 3D Mario levels, in Sunshine and 64, especially in those two, it takes you a long time to find some stars.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main difference, and yeah.
Yeah,
We need
so actually, I think I've completely run out of ideas. I don't have too much to say on this apart from what we've already said. So that'll be it for this discussion, guys. Do you have anything else to say, Benny?
No, not really. I also ran out
No.
of ideas, yeah.
So, thank you very much for watching this, guys. Please check out Benny's channel, Zeshix, because it's very good, it's very interesting, and if you like my stuff, then you will absolutely love Benny's stuff. He is probably far better than I am. So go check out that channel, and please subscribe to it. You won't regret it, and if you do regret it, then come and hate on me happily. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Bye.
Bye.